So here we go, 1 through 10, herd hierarchy. I believe just the AFC this morning with all these free agent moves. Number 1, the New England Patriots. Folks, 11-5, 12 draft picks. They don't have a unit on their team that's below average. They do everything pretty well. By the way, it doesn't matter they lost Trent Brown at left tackle because their first-round pick last year was a left tackle. He got hurt. He'll start, and he's more talented than Trent Brown. Again, Trey Flowers, like him. Detroit want to pay him a fortune? Go for it. This, Belichick has told people, and I've got this sourced, Belichick is telling people he thinks he's going to have a significantly more athletic and talented team this year than last year. And we're still not sure Gronk's going to retire, and he had a very good AFC championship and a very good Super Bowl New England won. Kansas City neck and neck, 12-4 last season. Patrick Mahomes now has a full season under his belt. I think they overpaid a little for Tyrann Mathieu, but he's a very instinctive player. They got Carlos Hyde. Listen, I got a great owner. They draft well. I got Andy Reid. I got Patrick Mahomes. And now I got Patrick Mahomes with a full season behind him. This is a really good football team. Patrick Mahomes is going to end up over the next 10 to 12 years in multiple Super Bowls. Let's just not go crazy because they lost Dee Ford. They got Chris Jones on that defensive line, and this is a great defensive draft. There are a lot of ways to make up Dee Ford in late April in the NFL draft. Folks, we paying attention here? The Colts went 10-6, finished the year 9-1. Andrew Luck now appears to be all in and healthy. They've got a ton of cap space. Andrew Luck had career highs in passer rating, yards. What did I say at the end of last season? I said the two teams, to me, for the next 10 years that are going to run the AFC are Kansas City and Indianapolis. Why would I change my mind? Andrew Luck's better than Baker Mayfield. The general manager, in my opinion, Chris Ballard, is the best general manager, or at least top 2 or 3 in the National Football League. They got a ton of picks, finished the year 9-1, and that division is very, very winnable. Colts 3. What, I don't like the Chargers now because they lost to the Patriots in New England after traveling back-to-back to the East Coast? They have a stacked roster, one of the best GMs, a veteran quarterback, tremendous pass rush. They had a great draft last year where all their guys hit. Unbelievable wide receiving core. I mean, they got bit by the injury bug a little bit last year in key spots, but why don't I like the Chargers this morning? I loved them last year. By the way, when I suggested last year the Patriots would beat them, you crushed me. Chargers roster's unbelievable. I said, no, I think they're going to go to Foxborough and kind of get rolled. And you shouted from the rooftops. This is a loaded roster with a veteran quarterback. I like him a lot. Pittsburgh Steelers. Coach quarterback matter? I'm just asking. They went 9-6-1 last year, folks, and they were disappointed. They have an incredibly high standards. Browns finished 3rd, and they're throwing Mardi Gras. They lost 5 games by 1 possession. They have 10 draft picks. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. They have the best offensive line in football, and frankly, I like their young linebackers and defensive front a lot. You go ahead and sell your stock. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. Arguably the best owner in the league. Yes, Antonio Brown's very, very good. They won't be as fun to watch, but you go ahead and sell your stock. I'm not. I'd put Cleveland. I think Cleveland's offensive personnel is fun. But does anybody know if Freddie Kitchens is a head coach? He'd been a coordinator 1 year, kind of a goofball. And he has no power there. John Dorsey's running the show. Well, they got Sheldon Richardson. There's a reason Sheldon Richardson's always available. He's not a great locker room guy. Well, they got Olivier Vernon. There's a reason Olivier Vernon's available. Now, Odell Beckham and Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry are going to be really, really fun. Yes, I love their receiving core, and I love their running back core. But this is a quarterback coach league. Freddie Kitchens, no idea. Baker, fun, interesting, talented. But I don't think he's better than the teams I put him ahead. I don't think he's better yet than Brady, Mahomes, Luck, Rivers or Big Ben, Cleveland at 6. Houston Texans. I like Bill O'Brien. I like a lot of their parts. My problem with this franchise is that offensive line's a disaster. And Deshaun Watson, who is a remarkable talent and I think a really good kid, this kid's had injuries. Could we upgrade the offensive line, please? Could we work on that this draft? Just draft all offensive linemen. Do what the Colts did last year. I like a lot of components here. You cannot be a great team with an atrocious offensive line. And their offensive line, in my opinion, is awful. It's not even bad. It's the worst in the league. But I do think they were 11-5 last year. And I think Deshaun Watson, thank God, is the kind of quarterback that can move around and mask some of that. But he just took too many hits last year. Ravens, I think they're the pullback team this year. Lamar was 6-1. Everybody's got footage. I think they're going to be more run-dependent than people realize. It's a good organization with Mark Ingram, 2 good tight ends. They have a better-than-average offensive line. They lost a lot of good defensive players, and I don't believe this is a franchise that's built to win shootouts with Lamar Jackson. Same with the Chicago Bears. This is a team that needs to win 24-23, 23-20, and they lost a lot of swag and a lot of talent. C.J. Mosley walks out the door. You're not the same defense. So I think they pull back a little. Ravens 8. Jets. I think they've done a really good job. Adam Gase, upgraded coach. Sam Darnold, year 2. C.J. Mosley, Jamal Adams, Leonard Williams are all 3 stars on defense. Crowder, the slot, Le'Veon Bell. They'll be one of the more improved teams in the NFL. They feel a little bit to me, a little bit like the San Francisco 49ers, where they're going to be better. I think it's very possible that the Niners and the Jets double their win totals. That doesn't mean they're going far in the playoffs. I still think they're both in rebuilding mode. But you can't add Le'Veon Bell, a Pro Bowl guard, a good slot, a better offensive coach, a superstar middle linebacker, and not be better. And they're fourth place schedule. So I got the Jets at 9. I'd probably put Denver with a very good pass rush. New coach Vic Fangio. They'll be better defensively. Joe Flacco is what he is. I don't think this is a great team. I think this team will be around 500. But, if this is the 10th best team in the AFC, it's not a terrible 10th best team. They're not in turmoil. They do some things well. I mean, they've got 2. Von Miller and Bradley Chubb are really, really talented guys. So they create duress. They ran the football very well last year. And so I think they'll be kind of a boring, effective offense. But I'd have Denver at number 10. No Raiders. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.